Okay, online learners, starting out day 4. We're going to go in Canvas, click on your math class. You can either do week of August 24 or you can click on modules. If you do modules, you just tap on week of August 24 again. If you want the table, when you tap on it, you just click on Thursday. Today, what we're basically going to be doing is creating our social contract for how we treat each other and act in class. You guys are all going to submit words to 4 different questions on how we're going to act with each other. If you advance to the next thing, it will be bell work for day 4. Today's bell work is actually going to be a math question. So you can see it says click on the link below to access your bell work, download it to Medmoji Note, then write on it, and when you finish, submit it back to Canvas. Tap on the link that says bell work day 1. When it opens, you're going to click the square with the arrow coming out of it at the top. You're going to slide your icon sideways until you find the one that says copy to note. We do not need to make an account, so click later. If this is not your first time to open Medmoji, we want to make a new note, so that's already highlighted, so you just click done, and then the paper opens. Remember, you use 2 fingers to zoom in. You're going to put your name on your paper in any color you want. If you want to change your pen color, you tap on the ink, click the color, and then change it. You can also make it a calligraphy pen if you want. I'm going to zoom in close and write my name on my paper. If you wrote too big, remember this lasso tool's by the T or the eraser. You can circle your name and then squeeze in from the corners, or you can drag it out and make it larger. It's up to you. I'm going to click back on my pen and slide down. I am going to answer these questions. I have 2 fraction questions, one adding, one subtracting. Then I have a multiply and a divide. Remember, when you add or subtract fractions, you need to first get a common denominator. A denominator is the bottom number, and those have to be the same. Okay, once you do that, then you would get new numerators. So I will go ahead and set up number 1 just to get you started. 8 and 3, those things can both turn into a 24. Then if I want to make an 8 turn into a 24, I would do that by multiplying by 3. If I want to make a 3 turn into a 24, I would do that by multiplying by 8. Whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So I need to make 3 times 1 also be on the top. So now that is a 3. I need to also make on the right side, if it was 3 times 8, now it needs to say 2 times 8. This is a plus sign in the center. So I need to be adding. And then 2 times 8 is 16. Now I know that the denominator is going to be 24 because it stays the same. Then I add the 2 numbers together on the top. 3 plus 16 is 19. And then my final answer would be 19 over 24. So that's the same process for the subtraction question, except at the end you need to subtract instead of add. Multiplying fractions, the way you multiply fractions is you just go straight across with the 2 numerators and the 2 denominators. On dividing fractions, you have to take the second fraction and it gets flipped upside down. Flip the second fraction. Then you're going to change it to be a multiply problem. And then once you get the multiply question, then you will just go straight across. So for example, 1/6 would stay the same, but 4/5, I would flip this one upside down. So it would be 5/4. I'm changing the division to be multiply. And then once I do that, I just go straight across and multiply the two numbers together on the numerator and the two numbers together on the denominator. That's how you do your bell work. Then when you finish and you get your final answers, you're going to submit and turn it in. Remember, you press the square with the arrow coming out of it. Send to applications. Keep a PDF in all pages. Press send. Press student canvas. And then you want to make sure it says your math class and you're submitting to bell work day 4. Press submit and then you're done. Now, when you get back to Canvas, the next thing on the list for day 4 was social contract questions. We're going to use this first link to get the questions. Read the following questions and use one-word responses. How do you want to be treated by me? So as a student, how do you want the teacher to treat you? Write down 3 to 5 words of how you would like for me to act. Then question 2, how do you want to be treated by each other? So students acting with other students. List 3 to 5 words of how you want to treat each other. Number 3, how do you think I want you to treat me? 3 to 5 words. And then the 4th one, how should you guys treat each other when there is conflict? Or even conflict with me and a student. So on this one, you can use your pen that's up in the top right hand corner and you can write on this, or you can click on the square with the arrow coming out of it, copy to note, yes, make a new note, write on the words, and then you submit it back just like you did the bell work. Okay, once you know what your words are going to be, you're going to go back to Canvas. And then this last link says a first period interactive social contract. Click on the link. And then here are the questions that were listed. So the first one, you would list what your words are. You can list more than 5. So type your word and then click submit. Then it's going to stay on here again. You could type in the words you wrote for number 2, slide down, press submit. Look back, question 3, what were the words you wrote down for question 3? Type those in, press submit. Then again for question 4, what words did you write? Press submit. So you'll be submitting 4 times the words you wrote down for each one of those questions for developing our social contract. Okay, if you have any questions, please email me. Have a great day, guys.